How is everyone doing? And welcome to the Stat Room. Ladies and gentlemen, I am VonnTheStatman. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStatman. And guys, check out my website, VonnTheStatman.com. Now, you might want to go on my website a few times a week because I might be giving out a few hidden gems that can help you to win your DFS contest each week and also help you dominate your fantasy leagues. So y'all ready? You ready to win your fantasy?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the 5STUDS results. It was kind of mixed. One guy was traded, guy didn't play, and you see the results from the other three. So guys, let's get right into this 11-game slate. Made it this far, hit that like button, hit that share button, and subscribe to my channel. All right, guys, let's break down this 11-game slate, guys. Now, today, on this 11-game slate, guys, it's a very straightforward slate. And on 11-game slates, what happens is a lot of times you get very confused because you'll look at the slate and say, man, it's 11 games, and you don't know how to attack it. Focus on the matchup, guys. On 11-game slates, you want to play the contest where the teams are evenly matched. So I'm going to give you one game that most people are not going to consider playing, but it's going to, I believe that all the players on the starting of the home team can get you 30 or better, and that's San Antonio and Detroit. San Antonio is a team that keeps games close. Detroit, they can't win to save their life, but they put up points when they play inferior competition. Like they play Boston, they were overmatched. They won't be overmatched going against San Antonio. So Detroit is a team that you can stack a couple players because their players are cheap, and I believe that most of their stars will get you 30. So that's a simple philosophy. Then if you look at the games like, let's go look. All right, if you look at New York and Philly, that's another game where I believe that will be a close game. So that's where you can get some of your higher tier players. And then you got Utah, Toronto, that's an evenly matched game. Charlotte is going to be overmatched with Boston, so I probably wouldn't go with Tatum, only because he's so expensive and he might not play the fourth quarter because I see them just beating the brakes off of Charlotte. But then again, it's the NBA. See, in the NBA right now, guys, you can't tell if a team is overmatched. On paper, it appears that they're overmatched. So when I look on paper and I just go off paper. Sometimes teams stay close because everybody shoots a three-point shot. So if Rozier and Ball, if their three-point shots fall, and Haywood, if them shots fall, then the game would be close. NBA now goes by, can you make 15 of your 35 three-point attempts? And if you can stay in any game. That's why in DFS, when you're playing cash games, you just look at the matchups like, I'm going to stay away from this Charlotte-Boston game. In GPP, you would play the Boston-Charlotte game, if it makes sense. All right, guys, so let's get right into it, guys. So I'm going to break down the point guard position. I believe that's the most valuable position. Doncic gets a game time decision check back to see if he's going to play. Shai Gilgeous at Portland, I like him, but you can get better value at 10-6. Lillard is a beast at 10-4. Again, you can get better value. Morant against Minnesota, he's another one that can get 50. All the guys I just named should get 50. Ball typically plays well against Boston, and with no Smart, Ball should get you 50 fantasy points. Kyrie Irving is not going to have enough opportunity. I don't see how he gets more than 40 fantasy points, so I wouldn't play Kyrie. Harden is my favorite point guard on the slate, guys. He will be in every single one of my lineups. Love him today. Something about New York. He just gets up to play this team. I do like Fox at Dallas. Love Van Vliet against Utah. I believe Van Vliet can also get you 45 fantasy points because he's such a defensive specialist. If you go look at him real quick, he gets steals and blocks. He hasn't had one game where he hasn't had at least a steal or a block. That's why I like Van Vliet, because he's going to get you 6 fantasy points from the steals or the blocks. Probably get you 20 actual points, probably 5 or 6 assists, 5 rebounds. So I don't see how he doesn't get at least 45. I do like Halliburton, but again, if I'm going to choose, I'll take Van Vliet over Halliburton. Mitchell hasn't had that big game. When Mitchell has a big game, guys, he wins you a DFS contest. So if you're trying to win, you're banking on his upside, because if he goes off, he'll get you 75 fantasy points. Garland, when Mitchell is playing, will probably get you about 35 to 38. Paul played last night, so I wouldn't really want to roster him. He might even rest, to tell you the truth. Brunson, he goes off against Philly, and he's under 8,000. I would take a chance on Brunson today. Giddey, I also love. Holiday played last night, but he played in LA, so he didn't have to travel. There's no Kawhi Leonard today, so Holiday should be a great play. Rozier plays well against Boston, so I do like Rozier, and he's 7,600. I could see him getting 35 fantasy points, 45 if he goes off. McCollum, love him against Cleveland. Shooting guards and point guards do well against Cleveland, so I do like him. Porter is out. Green, I don't like Houston on the road. Love him at home, but not on the road. Westbrook is out, so Utah, some players you can consider. Smart is out. Clarkson, I do like Clarkson at Toronto. Simons is starting to get into his rhythm. Conley, if Conley is gonna play, I wouldn't play him on his first game going against Memphis because Memphis could possibly blow Minnesota out. White at 6'1", I can't go with him. Hayes, I can't go with him. Quickly, 5'9", they're going to need it scoring off the bench. I actually like the bench players from New York other than Brunson because I think Philly will get up. But Philly doesn't blow teams out. They'll get up, and they always let you back in. So if they get back in the game, it will be on the shot of Quickly. Brogdon, not at 5'9". Maxey, this is the game where Maxey will probably get you 35, 40 fantasy points. I think his shot's going to be on today. Jones, a game-time decision. Jones, I do like Jones. The backup Jones. Oladipo is out. Noel, I do like Noel. If he starts, I will roster Noel. Melton doesn't get enough minutes. McConnell doesn't get enough minutes. Lowry is out. Vincent is going to play. Wall just got traded. He's not going to play. Burks, he's just too hot and cold for me. I would have liked Rubio, but he's not going to start. Neto did extremely well, guys, in his start. Look at this, 37 fantasy points, but he's not starting. Probably won't even get on the floor today. And that's about it. Dennis Smith, Joe. Alvarado is somebody who can get you 20 fantasy points. That's about his ceiling because he doesn't get enough minutes to do anything more than that. Knicks is starting to get better, but he hasn't played because Green came back. If Green doesn't play, then he plays. But whenever Green is in the game, they won't play him because it'll be Green and Gordon will be doing a lot of the point guard duty, so Knicks won't play. So that's it, guys. You want to win your fantasy? Start these players. You want to win your fantasy? You better start all your lineups with point guard James the Beard Harden. You want to know why? Well, he's on 50-point watch, and he's going to get us a triple-double. He loves this New York team. So you want to win your fantasy? Start Harden. You want to win your fantasy? You better start shooting guard Scary Terry Rozier. He's going to put the fright in his opponents on his way to a 40-point performance. So if you want to win your fantasy, start Rozier. You want to win your fantasy? You better start small forward Bane. You want to know why? Well, he's on 40-point watch. So if you want to win your fantasy, start Bane. You want to win your fantasy? You better start power forward Siakam. You want to know why? Well, he's on a 50-point watch, and he's going to be out of his slump. He's going to get us back-to-back days of getting over 50 fantasy points. So you want to win your fantasy? Start Siakam. You want to win your fantasy? You better take a chance on center Wiseman. Now, when he was in Golden State, he didn't get a chance because he had all of those superstars. Now, he's going to be the man, and I love a comeback story. You want to know why? Because I'm a comeback story, and I bet on the underdog. So if you want to win your fantasy, start Wiseman. And my word for today is stakes. And I mean it in the sense of having high stakes. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe a man is at his best when his stakes are high. Example, when I wanted to become an actor, I moved to LA with $750. Didn't know anybody. That was high stakes. That meant I was going to go out there or lose or fail. But I knew when I got there, I had to get off my butt and grind. Sometimes, guys, I'll go buy a luxury car, not even having the money to pay for it, because now I know that I don't want to lose this car. So then I will have to research. I will have to increase my grind level because I don't want to lose that car. So, ladies and gentlemen, have some risk. Increase your stakes, guys, because the higher the stakes, the better a man performs. Love you guys. My word for today is live. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2023, please live your life. Go out and do all the things you ever wanted to do. Like if you wanted to go to Egypt or the Mayan ruins, or if you wanted to jump out of an airplane, or if you're like, I'm not drinking wine, take a sip of red wine tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, do something for yourself every single week. If it's just buying a pack of t-shirts, if your money is funny, buy a pack of t-shirts for yourself. Get you an ice cream pop. But take your lady out to that restaurant, the one that you ride past that you know you want to go in. Ladies and gentlemen, when your life is over, there is no reset button. There is no do-over. So live your life to the fullest, ladies and gentlemen, because if you're not living your life, why live? Love you guys.